Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Ghost of Orchids here, and we are back with another game. We are back with Jurassic World Evolution. I have never ever played this game in my life. I got it for free on Epic, same as everyone else when it was given away for free. And I thought, you know what, let's do a recording of it, because I don't know if I like it or not, but it's kind of the whole idea, isn't it? Anyway, this will be my complete and honest thoughts of it, on it even. I have not been paid for this review. I have not been requested. This review has not been requested. Nothing like that. It's my just genuine and honest opinion. Anyway, I'm going to play campaign. Jurassic World Evolution. I do not even know if it has... Oh, it's a bit loud. Ow.
Welcome. My name is Dr. Ian Malcolm. You may have heard of me. Well,
Ow.
correction, you should have heard of me, especially now that you're here. So before you are the islands that you need to manage, if you can. The 5 deaths. Jeez, if only there had been 5.
Okay, so graphically it looks very beautiful.
Places I need to begin. Isla Matanceros. It's relatively stable. Yeah, you can get your feet wet here, and you should. Diving into the deep end of the pool is where the big, angry, hungry things are, and you want to be ready before you try that.
Okay.
I'm Cabot Finch, Public Relations and Crisis Management, and I'm here to help you. You'll start by building a Hammond Creation Lab. We've already started on an enclosure for you. You should just attach it to the side. But watch out for dinosaurs. Just kidding.
Okay then.
Let's focus on what you're here to do, which is create dinosaur facilities on the islands we call the 5 Deaths. Actually, Las Cinco Muertes, because Spanish is the lingo of choice around here. You'll need to connect it to the pre-existing network of paths and the power grid.
Oh. How am I supposed to do that?
Now comes the real test, incubating a dinosaur. You'll start with a Struthiomimus. Select the creation lab and pick a hatchery bay. There's enough genome data for your first viable dinosaur.
So, which building is it? Okay, incubated dinosaur.
The machinations of the ambitious, undoing extinction, playing with nature's laws. What can possibly go wrong?
Come on, Doctor. You know we've learned so much and invested even more in our Jurassic operations since the last time.
Yes, Mr. Finch, yes, the last time. There's always a last time. And a next.
He has got a point. Let's release the dinosaur. Oh, it's kind of cute, actually.
Life. It begins. The most precious moment. The result of incalculable actions and reactions, trials and errors, genetic mutations and unknowable combinations, chaos, all leading to a living, breathing, thinking being, an entity, distinct and unique. And now we, you, just manufacture them. So, well done, I guess.
The Hammond Foundation has 3 main areas of interest: security, entertainment, and science. I've already nudged the heads of each division to reach out to you personally. They'll offer opportunities and incentives for you to be part of their team. Choose one of their contracts. It'll help you develop your facility.
Science.
Ah, Dr. Dua. This is our new Director of Operations.
I'm aware, Cabot. I'm Dr. Dua. I run the science division of our operation. Okay, you're going to need to build your reputation in the science division. Not easy with me around, but you'll manage. That means managing our dinosaur population and seeing that they are flourishing.
Thanks to him.
Contracts can be requested from the division heads inside the control room. Complete these to increase your reputation and gain additional revenue to keep expanding your park.
Whoops.
So, one more thing. Your reputation. Your rep, quote unquote. Keep an eye on it, okay? If you have a solid reputation with a division, you're more likely to benefit from them. Financially, I mean. But, like life, it's a balancing act. Each division is vying for your attention, and if they don't get it, they tend to take it personally.
Noted.
People think money makes the world go round, but they're wrong. Contracts make the world go round, my friend. Obligations and commitments. Complete a contract and your rep with the science division will increase. Meaning you'll be able to take on more complex and challenging missions.
Okay, so I can
Good.
research
Your first expedition team is out. They'll bring back what they find to the fossil center for extraction.
Research allows you to improve and expand multiple aspects of your facilities. You can now research new and improved genes to modify dinosaurs with.
Brings in capital, money.
Some have division reputation
Means you can do
requirements.
more research to build better facilities and create more dinosaurs, and there you go. A circle of life.
Let's get
Development,
this.
resources, nature and commerce. See? Simple.
Get this. I do not have enough available research teams. Oh well.
I've got an interesting opportunity for you to consider. It will allow us to work together to create life. Pure life. If you've been listening to Dr. Malcolm, then you know how important this is to us. And to me.
Okay, let's start this mission then. So she wants us to research the
I knew you were my
Triceratops.
kind of person. Inquisitive, driven, and I knew you couldn't resist this opportunity. So let's get started. Together, we can create a more authentic version of our dinosaurs. That means a complete genome. And I think you are up to the challenge. Don't disappoint.
Okay. So that'll be another 2 minutes of Triceratops. Nice.
The Fossil Center lets you extract DNA from fossils and amber in order to create new dinosaur genomes. Exciting!
Okay. Nice. Do we have any fossils? We do. Got some DNA from this one. All in all, I'd say it looks okay. It's not what I was expecting, but that's not always a bad thing. We've got less than a minute on our Triceratops, which is good. I've got seconds on that one, so that'll be good as well. Okay, I am going to extract DNA from every single one that I can, just so that we've got enough viable DNA to work with. And I think that would be very good. It would be a very good idea for all of us. Although honestly, I can see this going very wrong. Nice, we've learnt some traits as well, I think. So we can get some more enclosures. I think we should. I think we should.
Genomes from fossils that have been collected inside your fossil center.
Oh wow!
That will increase the amount of viable data
you
have to create dinosaurs.
Nice. We've really got some fossils here. There was no data. Sell that one. There's no data in it. Just don't need to keep it. And there's no problem with that. Just don't need to keep the thing at all. So I think we should go here. Because it might be the more expensive one, but you know. Oh, I do not have enough available research. Well, that's sad. See, have we had any luck with the fossils already waiting to be extracted? We've got one at the moment, and the genome is getting, well, increasing, which is amazing. That is great. So we've got 2 minutes left on that. So far, we don't really seem to have anything else to do, unfortunately. So, you know, we've got all the fossils ready and waiting to hatch. So, not hatch, ready and waiting. So, can we incubate a dinosaur? No, because we don't have enough genomes. That's sad. Oh well. So it does seem to be a little bit of waiting and waiting around, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It's just that can be a bit annoying at times when you're just like sitting there waiting around for things to finish. It can be a bit irritating, but you know, it's one of those. It's understandable in a way, but I'm just not I'm not really keen on just like sitting there waiting for things. So we've got genes. Obviously they can be given. Intuitive learning. We have a research team already.
This is Lambert, head of security.
Yours, theirs, and mine. Welcome to the islands. So here's our basic conundrum. We want to keep our animals under control while simultaneously encouraging instinctive behaviors, because these animals have potential as combatants. Look, everyone's fear object, myself included, is to have these animals running free and loose in the park. But we can't exploit them globally without taking some chances.
So that will lose some reputation, so I'm going to decline that one. Simply because it will, unfortunately, mess things up, I think, with other people. They may decide they don't like me, and I don't have enough time, I don't have enough of anything really to, like, battle with them, so we'll see. The Triceratops gene is increasing, which is amazing. That is great. That's what we needed. I could see this game being really good for someone who just wants to relax. You know, someone like myself. I just want to relax at the moment, and I think that's great.
We are making great strides so far. I believe I may be on the cusp of something wondrous, and I have you to thank. At least in part, for where I find myself. Now we need to incubate, hatch, and house our dinosaur. Then we will know if our efforts will have been worth it.
So, incubate a dinosaur. We want a Triceratops. Let's incubate the Triceratops. And we can incubate another. I can't pronounce that, so I'm not even going to try, but yeah. It's not bad. It's not a type of game I usually go for, but it's not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Guest numbers are low. I figured they would be at the moment, but everyone starts somewhere, so... Oh.
One of your dinosaurs has failed to incubate. I never said bringing back dinosaurs was gonna be easy.
That's a shame. Well, we can release that one. And we can discard that one. That's unusual that it failed to incubate when that was like... Okay.
Our new specimens, sorry, dinosaurs, are meeting expectations, but we want them to thrive. That's your next assignment. Making sure our specimens are properly cared for. In other words, dinosaur welfare.
The difference with dinosaurs is that they have no point of reference to understand humans, so don't expect much in the way of thank yous.
Let's just put it to here. Let's keep them in. Construct a small herbivore feeder even. So... I don't even see where we could put that building, if I'm honest. We can't put that building in.
I'm Owen Grady. Owen to my friends. I've seen things I'd rather not talk about, but it hasn't dampened my commitment to the dinosaurs. The raptors more generally, and me and Blue specifically. We have a special relationship, like what I have with Claire. Less complicated. Anyway, nice to meet you.
Let's increase DNA screening. I've obviously got something in the database. No? Okay. So let's go for this one. And when we do that, I need to figure out how to construct something. So
I've been monitoring what you've been up to with great interest, and I'm a little disappointed that Dr. Dua came to you for this assignment instead of bringing me into the loop as she should have done. I'll discuss this with her later.
at the moment we've got no fossils at all. Not sure if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Construct an operational ranger station. I can't see where one of those would. Oops. One of those would be. We've got 2 dinosaurs here.
When I was younger, I prayed for opportunities like the one that just crossed my desk. Take that as a hint.
So we found some fossils. Let's extract DNA from these. Sell that one. Oh, it's really cute.
Struthiomimus. Interesting. Another dinosaur that furthers the case of a direct linkage to our modern birds.
I'm sure it wouldn't be in the guests area, but you never know. Let's put a restroom in. Let's put a ranger station in here. People really need to be taught how to use the toilet. There you go, it's messy as hell, but oh well, we've got that. Which means I can demolish most of this bit and just clean up a little bit. There we go. It's not a bad game at all, it's quite fun. Like I said, it's definitely one for people who want to relax. Building. Absolutely should do that as well, but we don't have any fossils again. Not so good. Go over here. Wants me to incubate a Triceratops, so we don't actually have enough yet. So, go. Will we modify it? Maybe. So no, we can't really modify it because the chances of it, and it's too expensive. What? Oh no. We might have to sell some fossils. Oh well, I'm sure we'll be fine if we like sell enough fossils and things like that, but you know. Oh, nice. So we did make a little bit of profit. A tiny little bit, but it was enough to, you know. So researching that should be our next priority. Research. So we've got 2 minutes left on that. We've got less than a minute here though, so that's good. That's going to be good. Let's hope we've got some fossils that we can sell or get rid of. They're returning now. Nice. So we do have some fossils. We can sell that one. Yeah. And extract the DNA of this one. Just so we've got a little bit more money to be able to, you know, play around with just a little bit. We can not be too worried about... not be too worried about things.
Hey, I'm Isaac. I've been hearing good things about you. I'm in charge of the entertainment division here. What good is the world's greatest show if no one sees it? Don't answer. That's rhetorical and painfully obvious. What I'm saying is that we need people in our parks. Fill up our facilities with warm bodies. Numbers bring revenue, excitement, and opportunities.
Yeah, okay. I'll accept this because it's quite easy enough. So we need to increase a new genome. Which won't be too hard. And also the science woman's not going to hate on us for it. The security person will, but that's tough luck. That's a security person. I don't actually need to really care about them, if I'm honest. But there we go. We have a new viable genome, which is great. We've nearly increased the genome, which again will be fantastic. I just need to think about what we can do. Doesn't look like we can... There we go, we can build a gift shop as well. That should bring in a little bit more money. Albeit it won't bring in like thousands, but you know, it'll bring in enough where we can be like, hey, we need, you know, need more. So, I don't know, we'll see. Why do I keep clicking map? What am I doing? There is a good question. What am I doing? Oh my god, I don't want map. No. Control room. Yes. There we go. That's what I want. It's control room. I can't actually research anything at the moment. Oops. Because we have got to sell some stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the cheapest expedition, which is this one, and hope that they dig up enough fossils for me to be like sell a couple, and then I can just get rid of it, or I can increase a genome and then get that man's money. But it is good, so it seems like definitely a game where you've got to manage your finances and everything else, which is really, really good. This is what I quite like about a game. So it is relaxing. It's not what I expected, but to be quite honest, I don't really mind. It's a good game by the looks of things. Definitely has that really cool Jurassic Park feel to it, which is nice. I really enjoy this. Oh, we've gone up by like a quarter of a star, so nice. Well, hopefully we're going to get more more people in. Let's sell them for $8. Just so that we can make a bit more money. And hopefully, fingers crossed, actually make some money, because holy heck, I need some quite desperately. But like I said, if this one ends up viable, and I'm kind of going on a gamble here, but you know, sometimes you just got to. This is cool. Like, I'm not gonna deny it. This is really cool. Like, you've got various maps. You've got, obviously these are locked, but this is cool. And we're here, we are, you know, in an expedition trying to find new dinosaurs, and I just think it's really, really awesome, if I'm honest. Would I want dinosaurs to come back in real life? No, God no. Because I don't think something like that should be, oh, hello. Yay, we got a thing that we can't extract either. Nice. So we didn't get very lucky on dinosaur types, but we will get a genome up because yay, and that should help us no end. So I believe it was just addressing contracts. No. So I believe it was just to increase a dinosaur genome. It's fair enough. Hopefully it does count. I'm not sure if it will, but if it doesn't, we've got enough left where we can go for another. I've just got to be very careful which one now. So our current genomes are... It'd have to be this one, because this one's at 50. Fair enough. So we are making profit per minute, and that's a good thing, trust me. I'm definitely not going to complain about that. We are making some profit. It's just a lot less profit. Oh, we lowered. For satisfaction. So we've got no operational hotels or anything.
I'm Claire Deering, and I've been on these islands before. On Isla Nublar, I made some mistakes, and I've tried to set them right. I believe in what we're doing, and I believe in these dinosaurs.
So at the moment, we've got no injuries, thank God, because nobody wants to have injuries in their park, obviously, but, like, yeah. We'll just be a bit buggered if we don't sort something out, so no, I keep pressing that. Most things require research. So can we research this? Yes, we can. This is a good idea because then it gets us a little bit closer to what she wants, which is to research and incubate and release a Triceratops with 70%. We can't do it at the moment, even if we had one. That's okay. I'm all for taking risks, if I'm honest. This seems really good though. The game so far, it's kept my attention. I hadn't heard anything about it, I'm not gonna lie. When I first started playing it, heard absolutely nothing about it at all. So I had no clue. Okay, we've gone up again. Yay! So this is good. We've gone up again. And people are more satisfied than they were, which is never a bad thing. Dig site's returning, so let's see what they give us.
Here's a new security contract. Interested?
Apply no. Okay, thank you. So no dinosaur DNA to extract. Nice, we can sell this. We can extract the DNA from both of these, and fingers crossed, it gets us to where we need to go. So fingers crossed it increases the dino DNA enough. Because we need to increase it to 60, I think, or 70. I can't remember which one. 60. I will. Okay, so it is increase it to at least 60. Oh. So I was right to not go for the other one. That was already at 60. That would have been a bit awkward. Oh, darn. Not got the luck, have we? Well, it's 1%. It might help. It might just push it. I don't know though. Ooh, 2. 50-50 chance it'll go at 4. We'll have to see. I don't want that. Go away. So it wants us to incubate as a Triceratops. Obviously we don't have one that's like, yeah.
That's how we do. Am I right?
Nice. So I do now have a little bit more cash to play with, which is good. I admit I got incredibly lucky, but we do need a Triceratops, so let's go for here and get more Triceratops DNA, and hopefully we can incubate one. So that would be great to just be able to incubate a Triceratops and get a little bit more. In the meantime, add new team. No, I think we'll wait for a little bit. Operational. No. No, we don't need to close the park yet, but at some point we're going to have to, I think. Maybe, well, if we close the park, the problem is we're going to have no money coming in. So I don't really want to do that. But yeah, we've got to sort out this a little bit more.
I've got something new for you to look at.
Okay, so I can't request a new contract yet. Not good. I probably could have done that, but I don't know. Does that mean that we're like releasing really weak ass dinosaurs? This is the genome we need to sort out, and even if I wanted to, I couldn't incubate one because I just don't have enough money yet. Next to the expedition costing an absolute bomb. So we can't do anything with the fossil items. Yeah. What else can we research? So we can do some genetics. We can't at the moment though, unfortunately. So let's go to fossils and let's see what we've got. We've got a Triceratops. Yes, we need this. Ah, we don't want to sell that. That's not worth selling. So let's just extract it. That's not going to be enough, I don't think, to get to 70, but, you know, it's going to be good, either way. So then we can just extract a bit more and keep going with that until we've got enough DNA that's viable. I think that's the way we're just going to have to go, unfortunately. Nice, we've got 65, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. That's got 2 minutes remaining though. So you're gonna hear me witter on for like 2 minutes, sorry. see, yeah, this is a good game. I don't necessarily love it, but it's not bad at all. I just don't like love it. But as I said, it's okay. I don't want to build that. God damn, no. Not that price. Contracts. Request a new contract. Go on then, from the entertainment.
I couldn't think of anyone else I'd rather offer this contract to than you. Hmm? That's no lie. It's not really the truth either, but whatever.
So they want a Triceratops with attack power. Just trying to have a look, see what this one currently has. I don't actually see. Yeah. Can we even see this? Attack power, modify genome. I'm seeing you've got to modify it there. Attack power. So we don't actually have one yet. Sad. Sad now. No, we don't actually have one yet. So that one's gonna have to wait a little bit. Okay, we've got some new fossils. Nice. Absolutely going to extract this one. However, because of its actually, I'm gonna see. We have 177, which means we've got enough to go for like another one. So I'm gonna go for this one. Simply because it's got more fossils to it, and there's more chances of, yeah, fossil failure kind of situation as well. Which sounds strange to want, I know, but yeah. At the end of the day, we want 70%. And we need that, so unfortunately the dinosaurs are just going to have their genome extracted from this, and fingers crossed things are viable. I would like to say it's not a bad game at all. I don't mind this game whatsoever. It's really quite good, but holy heck.
I really like this one. I think you will too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. So we've got to unlock a specific one. To be fair, it doesn't say when we need to complete the contract. So
Protecting our guests is, of course, our first priority. But our second priority...
let's decline that one. So we need to locate a specific fossil, that's fine. And obviously incubation, genome. I don't know how much it's up to now. We certainly don't have the money for that right now. But we're just going to check. So it's at 76, so we could actually do that. Which would be very, very good. What am I doing? So we've got 3 dinosaurs, which is probably also why people are not very happy. Like, I wouldn't want to spend a fortune going to some dinosaur park anyway, but like I wouldn't want to go and then it'd be like, oh, you know, it's Triceratops, that's something else. So we need this one here. It's going to cost us, yes, but it's going to pay dividends because she's going to pay us to find this specimen. So that'll be awesome. So let's extract more DNA. Simply because we're going to have to. And I'm going to sell this one because I don't need it, but I probably will need the money. I can see me needing the money, even though, you know, things around the park are going to improve. I've still got to think, right, you know, I've got to think on my feet here. So that one will increase the entertainment and decrease science, but that's going to increase science anyway, so that's not really too big a deal. And that practically pays for the expedition, nothing more, but, you know what, got it. We've got to do what we've got to do. And we must have got paid by the park as well, because we're getting some money here, which is quite good. I say quite, it's very good. And yeah, we're going to get some fossils in soon, I'm sure, which is going to help us no end. So we've got less than a minute remaining on that. And then hopefully we can get some more baby dinosaurs. Way. So we do not have the money available for that at all, or the teams for that matter. But that is on our list of things to get, simply because it'll be cheaper to get that. Not cheaper really, but it'll be easier to get that. Well, that's also questionable, but what I'm trying to say is it'd be better to get another dinosaur rather than just harping on the 3 we've got. So the dig site's returning. Nice. So let's wait in fossils. See what they find. Okay. So they've got the... I can't even begin to pronounce that. I am going to sell one of them. And I'm going to extract the DNA of
I've heard
another.
good things about the expedition. You certainly made the science division a star. And me. And of course you too. I'm not forgetting, just prioritizing.
So, you know, we've got traits and measures. We've got a new contract request in progress. Go for a science contract.
Opportunity is knocking. Answer.
Easy peasy, I guess. Can we incubate the dinosaur with the genome? We actually can. It's going to be an expense, though, and if it doesn't work, oh boy, we're going to be screwed in madoodars. But you know, it's got an 80% viability, so 80% chance of things going right. And if it doesn't go right, we're screwed. But right now, we can't afford to like play around with the attack and things like that. We don't have the money for it anyway, but you know, I am basically relying on this actually working out, so hopefully it does. I'm gonna go fingers crossed there that it does, because if not, we're gonna end up needing a lot of money from these people. Oh! And the Triceratops actually has the attack we need as well. So we're going to be hitting 2 birds with 1 stone here, if this one's viable. Which, you know, fingers crossed. It's not gone wrong yet. So fingers crossed it does actually work out in our favour. Both areas. Because if it does, that would be amazing. But I do need to increase the reputation, fortunately. But all of them, and I am struggling a little bit with that because I'm focusing a little bit on the sciencey. While I'm not a sciencey person per se, I do love the idea of, you know, like this whole thing. While I also completely agree, this should never happen in real life, and I will state this again. This should not be a thing in real life. It is beautiful. I mean, oh wow, look at that majestic beast.
Killed it on that contract.
Yes, I did.
Hey, it's Isaac. How you doing? I got some cool stuff you need to be a part of, so I'm putting it out there. Come on and help the winning team. Mine.
So I've got to dig up the past.
I am all about this show. These dinosaurs, we have one unlike any other on the planet. Theme parks rely on drawing people in. And what is more attractive than new dinosaurs? Well, me, of course. Yeah, no, what I'm saying is let's get some fresh dinos in the hopper.
So we need to make this more viable. So what I'm going to do
It's
is...
worse, treating these creatures like grist for the mill or propping them up as curiosities. Oh my gosh, you got a sick dinosaur on your hands. It's time to treat it. Or what comes next, that's going to be on your hands as well.
Okay.
Setting additional task.
I mean, they're not going to eat. They're not going to get eaten. They might get hurt, but they won't get eaten. And we do need to, like, make sure the dinosaur's well again. Because if it's not, and they get, like, worse, it's obviously going to affect the park in ways we do not want. So,
Financial security is almost as important as personal security.
no. Let's reduce the upkeep because that'll save money in the future. The more we can reduce the upkeep, the less money less problems we're gonna have even. Oh, the poor thing's panicking. Okay, but it's now better. So that one's the alpha. Nice. Oh, that one's sleeping. Oh, thank God, it's not just died. I can't afford a dead dinosaur. That's not going to be a good look. Any stretch of the imagination. If I was going to go see a dinosaur park and dinosaur died, I think I'd be upset as hell. That's just me. Nice, we've got some more cash. The research will definitely help. Let's go. That's obviously not a dino DNA one. This one is, so let's extract the DNA. Woo! It is a very good game. I really enjoy it so far. So, you know. Oh. Okay, so that one needs live bait. Gotcha. Probably best we don't make that dinosaur yet then, because that could be a bit of a problem. But we have got an increased profit per minute, so that's nice. It's really good.
The last thing you'll want is hungry dinosaurs in your park. Use a ranger team to resupply feeders.
Attending to feeder supply.
Yeah, because they need to eat. They need to eat, otherwise they're going to start eating people, and that's not going to be fun. Let's go with this one. So it actually wants me to release this. So we're going to have to add a new ranger team. That'll be fine. Oh. Dead from what I can see.
Like us, different dinosaurs require different diets. Make sure to place the correct type of feeder in an enclosure. I'm a red meat man myself.
So let's demolish that. And then let's just get more. Okay, they can't get more ground feeders in either. That's not going to be fun. Okay, that's not anything viable. Let's extract the DNA from these.
I guess it's true that you never quit. We need more people like you. No matter what anyone else says, science is what makes or breaks us. Admittedly, sometimes both. But on Isla Matanceros, you are making us and yourself look good. And that's worth a reward.
So, there we go. We can have to try Triceratops again. The other two. Oh my god, no, what am I doing? So the other two are fine, they're still there. That's cool. That's awesome! We don't really want this one yet anyway, but it's far too expensive to get. Nice. Okay, guess no. Improve dinosaur rating to attract more guests. I get that, but we can only improve the dinosaur rating if we get more dinosaurs in. We can only do that with more money, so it's like, what do we do? It definitely is a good game, I've seen. So, improve pricing, speeds. I can improve that accuracy. Can't really afford anything at the moment anyway, so we're kind of stuck. So I can't afford an Aku Center at the moment. When, you know, we've got fossils being extracted in Portugal, which is cool. See what this one digs up, if anything. The better the genome for this dinosaur, the more likely it is to be viable anyway, so I'd like to just be able to, you know, make sure it is absolutely as viable as possible. while of course like doing some contracts and things like that. So let's request a new contract for science.
Now this contract is something special, and I know just the person for the job. Can you guess who I'm thinking about?
Alpha formation.
Don't let this opportunity pass you by.
Actually, what that is.
Everybody says you can handle yourself, so this new contract should be a cakewalk, right?
So they want me to just go here. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. And they also want me to hatch and release 2 more dinosaurs. So I'll probably release 2 more Triceratops, or maybe 2 more of the other ones because they're quite small and they don't eat very much. What I'm guessing anyway. Let's have a look at the fossils they're going to bring back for us. Oh la la! They bought a nice non-existent one. Oh. Okay. That's not a dinosaur fossil, but that's kind of cool as well. So let's go here, and then they want us to do this expedition at Hell Creek Formation. So let's just do that, because then it's just a little bit of extra funding, which will be awesome. So these are carnivores, and they're huge. Jesus, absolutely huge. Yeah, they are most definitely carnivores. So getting the herbivores thing is not going to be viable for them. We're going to need to put meat down. Stop them, you know, eating the other dinosaurs, I'm guessing. Which would not be very fun. So yeah, that's going to be expensive in itself to do. And then obviously you've got to actually get the dinosaurs, which is going to be a bigger problem, considering they are very expensive. So these are very cheap, so I'm just going to get a couple of these and hope that they're not cheap because they're, you know, like, not viable, but they are cheap because they just are very peaceful creatures, which would be nice to see. It doesn't say what kind of dinosaur, so I'm just gonna, you know, hope and pray that it's just any type of... Oh. Well, that's a shame. And now my price has gone up somehow, like, tremendously, but okay. It's highly unlikely that they wouldn't have been viable because of how high the thing is, but it happens sometimes. It's luck of the draw, isn't it? Nice, so we've got 1 dinosaur ready for release. Let's skip the release. It's right there. He's fine. He's a happy dinosaur. Or she. I'm not sure. I don't know the dinosaur's gender. I'm assuming there won't be baby dinosaurs.
I think we can call this one a success, don't you?
Nice. Now we've got enough
Well done indeed.
money for everything. So we've got a reputation reward. Nice. Love that for us as well. Now we've got enough as well here.
I knew you were the person for the job. And as usual, I was right.
So let's extract some DNA, just simply so we have it. But I do like the idea of going for a different dinosaur to try and get that viable, but that's going to be expensive. We can afford it, but I'm also trying to look to see if there's anything that's more viable anywhere else. Looks like no. It's a shame. Let's partially deplete that one and then go for research. So we've got some genetic research available, so that'd be good to do just to get it out of the way and just to get, you know, our abilities in. Dinosaur seem fine, they seem quite happy. Happily munching, he's definitely the alpha. Which, you know, or she, I don't know. Don't know the gender of a dinosaur. But yeah, this we're going to have to do at some point, but it is incredibly expensive. Oh, yeah, this one. So yeah, this is way too expensive for us at the moment to be able to even consider, let alone justify. So no, I'm not going to do that. So this gives us quite a bit of income, because at the moment we're just selling lunchboxes. But everyone's got to start somewhere. So the map, we are digging up some nice big dinos. That's going to take us however long to finally, you know, dig up and go through. Less than a minute. Come on, we can do this. We can do this. Let's see what they brought us. Oh. Well, that's not very useful. Okay, that wouldn't be very useful to extract. And all this one anyway. I don't know if I'm right, but I'm assuming that you get some more. This one's a ground herb before. It's the other one a ground herb before. I should have checked rather than assumed. It is. Thank goodness it is. So I haven't messed everything up. It's good. I don't know if it's accurate, but I'm hoping that I can just get this genome lowered, this genome increased anyway, so I don't need to worry too much.
An offer just came our way.
Okay.
Don't let it sit too long.
So let's increase the income.
Sick dinosaurs can become potentially dangerous dinosaurs. You are upping the risk factor in the facilities.
So he's ill with a common cold. So let's add task. Medicate this poor dino. Just so that he's gonna get better, you know. Nobody wants a sick dinosaur. And I certainly don't want them to get, like, for it to spread to other dinosaurs because it could kill them. And I don't want my dinos to die. Dead dinos don't bring in profit, and it wouldn't be fair to a dinosaur anyway. Probably not at the moment a good idea, but we'll see. No
diseased dinosaurs detected.
Nice. So they're no longer ill.
This latest contract is a little unexpected, but I'm sure you'll rise to the challenge.
Go on then, because we literally have right now got a carnivorous dinosaur. So, you know, if they don't mind that, we've already done it. In which case, it's just free, you know, it's just free stuff basically. So we've got a cosmetic disease, a cosmetic gene. Okay, that's interesting. We do still need to increase our profit per minute. The only way we're going to do that is by offering more dinosaurs, and obviously I don't have the dinosaurs to offer at the moment, so... Hey. So let's see what was found. Yeah.
That's impressive work. here. I've got a new assignment that I think is perfect for your skill set. Give it a once over, then let me know if you're interested. Glad to have you on board. As you can imagine, the animals in the various facilities are constantly probing for weaknesses in our security systems. They're smarter and more devious than people give them credit for. But I refuse to underestimate their capabilities.
So it wants this dinosaur.
Testing and evaluating our security protocols and barriers. And this is where you come in.
And it wants me to construct a center.
Oh, this guy Lambert is due. He actually sees these animals as both opportunity and threat.
I'm gonna need you to extract enough DNA from fossils to incubate and hatch a dinosaur. This is the first phase of this mission. Carry on.
So where the heck do I put this?
Okay, next you'll need to incubate the animal in a Hammond Creation Laboratory before releasing and housing it in an enclosure. You'll also want to make sure we've got an ACU presence on this island.
The reason I didn't demolish that one is because I'm hoping I can put a center there. Okay, so that's incubating at the moment, that's good. We've gone from being broke to being quite rich actually, so that's quite good. Count how many times I say quiet in a sentence. Oh, Christ, yeah. Actually gonna have to get that centre back somehow. There's only so many things we've got. Oh, yeah. Landscaping. I think no. So I'm convinced if I get rid of some of this, I'll have room. I could be very, very wrong, obviously.
Good job on that contract. These funds are going to open up the possibilities for new research.
Oops. To do that. There. I really don't like the path building in this. I think that's a bit annoying, but other than that, nothing seems to be too bad. It's just, like I said, some of it is a bit irritating. More irritating than this, but it's not so bad. Now it's what I wanted to do. Operations. Thought so.
It looks like you've run out of power. That's not good. Build more power stations or increase your output.
So we're going to need to build more power stations. So let's build that here. And I'm assuming, I'm assuming we're going to have to connect the path. Alright, there's no power there. Is that not? No cable? Oh.
I'd strongly suggest you consider taking this contract.
Smart expansion is what we should be about. Creating a world that is complementary to the needs of the dinosaurs.
There you go. Done. Let's get ACU speed like they've asked us to. This has been a hell of an expensive thing. At least we can now expedite more on the map. Well, not more, but we can expedite on the map. Which is great.
Right. This next bit is gonna sound a little crazy because frankly, it is. But we are gonna encourage one of the dinosaurs to breach our containment grid. We'll then react and see if our procedures and personnel are up to the challenge.
Yes. So at this point, I'd like to take back everything I just said about this guy.
The ACU, or Asset Containment Unit, should be your first port of call to bring down a rampaging dinosaur.
Okay, we have our runner. Time to tag him and bag him. We're using less than lethal, but remember, that dinosaur doesn't know this is just supposed to be a drill. So watch your back.
While I understand the need to keep our security as sharp as possible, this is not the way I would go about doing it.
You have a problem with how we keep you safe, Doctor. I'm happy to discuss it at a later time. Right now, we have our hands full.
need to call in the offshore transport team to safely move this dinosaur back to its enclosure.
How the heck do I do that? Do we even have one?
Picking up asset.
So, no is the answer. I can't just...
Asset transportation in progress. Asset transportation complete.
If it wasn't its enclosure, the whole thing. So definitely not. Sell that one. And let's extract a new DNA. New thing. All in all, I'd say this is a pretty good game, but I have decided to call it here. It's all, like, it's not my favourite game, but it's okay. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later. Bye for now. Bye.